What up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're doing fine wherever you are. And today I want to try something that I tried some time back. Should I say it backfired, or I think the video quality was not good. That's why I decided to delete that video, and I want to redo it again. So I want to try cooking chapati. Most of you have been asking me, you always talk about chapati. What is this chapati? Yeah, so it's a common meal in Kenya. It used to be a very precious meal. People will cook it during special occasions. So most people cook it during Christmas, maybe when they have visitors, or maybe the beginning of the year. Okay. Yeah, so they used to cook it during special occasions. But nowadays, it's being cooked everywhere on the streets. Can we say that it lost its value? Anyway, even if it's lost its value, it still maintains to be people's favorite meal. It's very nice. And I hope you guys can try it. In India, even in Barbados here, they call it Roti. They might be similar a little bit, but I think there's a slight difference, but I think it's almost the same thing. So I want to try it and you people will see it. So without wasting much time, let me show you the things that are needed. It doesn't need very complex ingredients, no. Just simple things. Let me take you through. So these are the things I need most. These are baking flour. Is a wheat flour, which is refined. You can use organic flour. I'll need oil. Have my oil in position. I'll need salt, and I'll need sugar. You see, we don't need any complex ingredients, so the recipe is very simple. Yeah, so flour, which is baking flour, salt, and sugar. We are good to go. So I have this pan here, or is a pot. I'll use it to pound the dough, and this is a frying pan that I'll use to fry the chapati. And I have a chopping board here which I'll use to roll the chapati, because I don't know the hygiene status of this sink. Yeah, so I don't trust the hygiene status of this sink, so I'll use the chopping board roll. One thing I'm forgetting, I need the rolling. And I don't have a rolling pan. What can I do? I'll use a bottle. I have a bottle somewhere. I don't know where I kept it. Nothing. Oh man. I'm looking for a bottle. Soda bottle that can help me roll. Found it, fellas. Thank God I finally find it. Yeah, they normally say necessity is the mother of innovation. Yeah, so I want to improvise this, but it's dirty. Let me at least try and wash it so that it can be clean. Yeah. Everything is set. Let's roll. Let me now clean up this space that I'll be using. Yeah, the place should be clean. Should be clean. Just like a surgeon scrubs for surgeries and ensures that the environment that is working from is very sterile, so should you when you are cooking. Your kitchen is like your operating room, yeah? So you must ensure that there is a hygiene, so you avoid things like food contamination. Don't be deceived. A kitchen might look clean, but there are thousands of bacteria or bacterial species that have latched on the surface. So it's good to ensure that you are clean. You know, you might think even the toilet is the dirtiest place in the house. No, but trust me if I tell you that the kitchen is the dirtiest place in the house. Yes. So ensure as much as possible you are clean. So this is like your operating room. Just as the surgeon scrubs for surgeries, you also ensure that you are hygienic when you are preparing your food. So my operating table is now clean. Yeah. What are we left with? It's now my turn to scrubbing. Yeah. So I told you that I should ensure that your hands are clean, and you know the proper way of washing your hands is not what people normally do, splash and dash. You just splash your hands for a few seconds and you wiggle off the water on your hands and say that you have washed your hands. No, avoid splash and dash. So the proper technique of hand washing, we normally say that you wash for at least 20 seconds with clean running water and soap. So that's what I'm gonna do. 20 seconds is a lot of time. I don't want this video to be long. Maybe I'll cut my camera a little bit so that I don't show you the whole 20 seconds. I have some detergent here. Now I've scrubbed. Anyway, I'm clean. I can say that I'm clean, ready to start. Do you know that simple practices such as hand hygiene can help us avert more illnesses, can help us prevent food contamination? Yeah. So make it a habit of cleaning your hands. These simple practices can help us avert more illnesses, especially if you are preparing food for others. You are preparing this food for your children. Do you know that diarrhea is the leading cause of death among children? Not only can this practice protect us from or prevent diarrhea, it can also protect us from other gastrointestinal infections. Yeah, it can also help prevent other illnesses such as respiratory diseases like a common cold. You saw the other time when we had COVID-19. Yeah, we were advised to practice good hand hygiene. So make it your habit. That is a hack Dr. Harry is giving you. A hack into your health. I think we are pretty good to start. I'm not planning on making many chapatis. This is enough. Remember this? Sorry about that. Remember, this is cold water. I heard someone saying that she had problems making chapati when she used hot water. So this is cold water. So the next thing I'll do, I'll add oil. I don't know. I think I was left with some oil here. Not too much though. So the purpose of adding oil is to soften the dough. Yeah, very important. You don't want to make crunchy things. You want it to be as soft as possible. That's why we add oil. No, I'm not putting my oil back. I still need you. What else? I think I should add in sugar. It is not the best looking in the world. So I think that's enough. I don't want to consume too much sugar. Some people normally say, oh, you are consuming a lot of sugar, you'll be diabetic. Does consuming a lot of sugar really cause diabetes? I want to tell you today, no. Yeah, evidence has shown that being overweight, regardless of the amount of sugar intake, especially for those who are genetically susceptible, are at a risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Even though sugar does not directly cause diabetes, it can make you overweight or obese, which is a risk factor to diabetes type 2. Even sometimes diabetic patients who are on insulin, sometimes they can have a hypoglycemia. So we normally advise them to take some sugar, at least to help replenish some sugar levels in their body. So they must factor their sugar intake into their overall diet plan. So that is sugar. It can provide poor nutrition, can put you at a risk of obesity, or can make you overweight. So I'm adding in some salt. We don't want the amount of salt to exceed the amount of sugar. You want it to be neutral, and you know salt, you just put a little bit and there's enough. Yeah, so I have to stir. I wish I had something to help me stir. What will I get? Let me get something to help me stir. I have a spoon here. Yeah, and also eating or consuming a lot of salt can put you at risk of hypertension. So you must not use a lot of salt in your food. Limit the amount of salt in your food. And when it comes to oil, the best type of oil to use is a plant-based oil other than animal oil. Animal oil has a lot of cholesterol. Yeah. So consuming a lot of animal oil can put you at a risk of certain diseases like atherosclerosis, yeah, strokes, and heart attack. Yeah. So some of the fat streaks might clot in your vessels and impair blood supply to your brain and cause strokes, or blood supply to your heart muscles and cause heart attack. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just giving you some health tips. Yeah. You know, they normally say you are what you eat. Yeah. So if you want to shorten your lifespan, consider poor diet. And if you want to increase your lifespan, eat healthy. So it's now time to pour in my flour. Today I'm gonna use refined one. Yeah, but I normally prefer organic flour. How much is enough? I don't know. I'll just see when I'll be pounding. I always advise people when they are shopping, they should consider buying whole grain or organic foods. This one is refined, but I will advise you when you're going shopping, check the label. Always shop for organic or whole grain. Whole grain is very good. Yeah, it is rich in vitamins, minerals. It's rich in fiber. It can help you lower cholesterol levels. Can help you control weight. Can reduce your risk of developing heart problems, diabetes type 2, and also it can control blood pressure. So consider buying whole grain over refined foods, or organic over refined foods. Replacing refined foods with whole grain foods or organic foods, and at least having 2 servings of whole grain foods in a day can help you reduce the risk of diabetes type 2. I told you the whole grain foods have a low glycemic index, so which means that they can help you control blood sugars. So if you are diabetic, consider buying or using whole grain foods. Not only diabetic patients, everyone in general, consider whole grain foods or organic foods over refined foods. So let's pound our dough. I don't know if it's recorded. Let's pound our dough. Seems that I used too much water. I don't want to make too much chapati, you know. Anyway, we have to do it. Oh, I'm spilling it over. This is too much. Make it more. Use it over because of the coming days. So you pound it, mix it, the flour, ensure that the sugar and salt mixture, or what do we call it, concoction? Is it concoction? I don't know the term for it. Maybe the mixture of salt and sugar gets everywhere. Let me test and see how. It's okay, balanced. someone else here want to appear in my video. So it seems that I have to add in more flour. Yep. I don't want to use both hands because I need one of the hands to be clean. In case someone calls me on the phone, I will have to receive it with the other hand. Yeah. I think this flour is enough. I don't need to add any more. Chapati experts, you know, I'm not a chapati professional. So if you're a chapati expert and you see me making mistakes, correct me in the comment. Oh, I put a lot of flour. Correct me in the comment section. Tell me, Dr. Harry, that's not how it's been done. Anyway, I learned this from my mom. Yeah, I used to watch her prepare chapati, and also learned to cook when I was very young. You know, sometimes my elder sisters could go to school, and it happens that I was the eldest sibling around, so I had to cook for my younger siblings. So I was trained from early age on how to cook. The same can speak for my cooking skills. I'm not a better chef though, but I normally try. Yeah. So I was brought up from a very young age having been taught how to cook. I normally say in Swahili, mtoto umleavyo ndivyo akuavyo. Yeah. Which can translate in English like the way you bring up a child, how a child is brought up plays a crucial role on what they will become. Yeah. So if you don't teach your children at early age how to cook, they will find it difficult sometimes when they are living alone and they need to cook for themselves. They'll find it difficult. I think my duff is enough, or is in place. I've done enough pounding. I add more flour, maybe just a little. Yeah. Hey, I'm spilling this flour all over. Is it hard enough? Is it hard enough? I wish I paid more attention when my mom was making these things. You know, I was used to eating chapatis made by my mom. Now that I miss them, I have to prepare for myself. I normally say the best chapatis are ones made by mom. Yeah. Even though nowadays they are being fried all over on the streets, all those chapatis cannot surpass mom's chapati. Everyone's mom is the best chapati cook or chapati fryer. How will we put it? Chapati cooker, or is it chapati fryer or chapati baker? I think now I have to leave this duff for about 1 hour for it to soften. Then after an hour we shall come and resume and roll it as we fry. Let me try and get it from my fingers now. Don't worry, my fingers are not dirty. You saw me wash them, right? And I told you the importance of maintaining hygiene while cooking. Not even only cooking, or not only when you are cooking, you should always maintain hygiene. Get off, you duff, get off my fingers. Get off my fancy fingers. Why are you sticking on my fingers? Get off my fingers. Yeah, this is a simple trick of getting this duff off your fingers. No maths teacher will teach you this. No English teacher will teach you this. And what is this? There's some stain here. Hey, come on. Why do you wanna ruin my meal? So let me look for something, cover it for about an hour, then we shall resume. Why am I tripping? Why am I tripping? Okay, let me wash my hands. Let's take a break. The show will continue shortly after a while. So we are leaving the duff to soften a little bit. As we go for the break, go and get something to eat. Yeah, we'll come and proceed with the show. We'll be right back. So guys, I'm back. It's been more than an hour. I told you that I was taking an hour break, but I just wanted to get some charge for my phone. Don't mind, there's someone cutting grass outside. You see? Yeah. I don't know. This guy always cuts grass every day. I fail to understand. Anyway, let them do their thing. You know, people have to work, people have to move, children have to play. Yeah. So you cannot complain. They also have their things to do. Anyway, let's proceed. Where were we? So I'm about to start rolling and we'll start frying. That's the only thing left. And I have my bottle in position. Rolling is normally the tricky part for me. Let me make sure that and adjust my light. Rolling is normally the tricky part for me. I'll use my chopping board. So I'll sprinkle some flour on the chopping board. Why do you want to destroy my meal, man? That's there. I think it will be easy for me to run. Maybe it's here. I hope you guys can see. Now I'll use my bottle. I improvise. No rolling stick calls for innovation. Oh, I hope it will assume a good shape. Come on, Dr. Harry, you can do better. Let's try. I think the circle is coming. What do you think? Oh, poor Dr. Harry. Looks like I'm a moiba. I wish I paid attention when my mother was teaching me how to roll, or when she was rolling. You know, she wasn't telling you that, oh, I'm teaching you how to roll. No, she wants you to see and observe and know how to roll. You know, the reason why mothers are best chefs in this world is because they do this a lot. So our brain, there's a center of our brain called the cerebellum, which is used or it helps in skill memory. So you find that when you do something over and over, you fine-tune the art until you master it, and you'll be able to do it very efficient after doing it so many times. So the pattern sticks in your brain and you can't forget. So that's when you repeat it more and more, you master the art and fine-tune it. So next time you do it, you are able to do a perfect job. That's why they are good cooks or good chefs. Yeah. So I think we can start frying. Looks like I'm in a little, but I think I've tried. Let's start frying. Let's light the stove. I think I'm lighting the right one. Yeah, it's the right one. So what next? Some little oil on the pan. So let me ensure that the oil goes around the pan. Searching for something that I'll use to make my chapatis. This one is new. I think I'll be putting my chapatis here once they're done. So let me increase some heat. Let's wait now. Let's wait until it picks some heat. It has gained some heat. What is this now? Accident in the kitchen. Not the actual accident though. Chapati accident. So I don't know why it's swelling. But this is not the perfect shape I wanted. Yeah. Poor Dr. Harry. The person who said that boys are poor chefs was right. Now see what Dr. Harry is doing. Anyway, the first one is normally a mistake. I need a spoon. I have to hold in. I hope we will improve from this mistake. This one is the first one. No, the corners. The circle is not that very good. But anyway. Since I'm not finding a spoon, let me use a fork. Oh, poor Dr. Harry. I actually need a spoon. I got a spoon. So what I'll do, I'll add some little bit of oil. Put it at the sides so that you can roll down and fry the bottom part. Do you think boys are good chefs? Tell me in the comment section. You think boys are good chefs? Basama, I remember when we were in high school, our cooks, most of our cooks were male. So they would cook heavy meals which require strength. You want to help me? taking shape, although my circle wasn't perfect. Maybe this one was the first one. The first one. Maybe the next one we shall do better. Okay, let's roll another one. Let me reduce the heat. Conserve electricity. So we're gonna roll the second one. Oh, it's raining outside. I live in a rainy season. Rainy and hurricane season. So let's roll this one. I hope we take a good shape. The first one was a mistake. The second one, we don't have room, or we don't want to make mistakes. They normally say making a mistake once is not a mistake, but repeating that is a mistake. That is a mistake now. That is Swahili saying. We normally say kufanya kosa mara ya kwanza si kosa, kurudia ndio kosa. I think this is okay now. Not bad. Cameraman, can you move closer? Maybe show them what I'm doing. Yeah, spread it on the pan like this. Leave it to dry a little bit, then I'll add some oil. I'm sorry guys, I had to eat the first one. I was so hungry. So I need to add some little bit of oil at the edges to fry the bottom part. Let it fry as I roll another one. This duff is too plenty. The duff is too plenty. Do you call it duff or dough? That people call it dough?
Dough.
But for me, I think it's duff. I got the pronunciation from the word slav. Slav, which means duff. My cameraman is drooling. Cameraman, why are you drooling?
This is literally a dough.
Oh, I'm forgetting I need to turn this.
Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be.
No problem. I live in a house with you.
That's okay.
The most difficult thing for me is getting the shape.
Okay, you sign one of
So what I will do, let me add some flour. Otherwise I'll get some Wilbur shape. So this one is already taking shape. Maybe I should increase the heat. At least this one has a perfect shape, right? See this one. Told you the first one was a mistake. The first one was a mistake. The second one, we have no room for mistakes. The other problem is that they consume a lot of oil. So this one is ready. You can see the brownish color. Wow, looks yummy. Now, next on stage, let me spread it well so that I don't spoil the circle. So let me allow it to dry for a while. After it dries, then I'll put some oil to fry the bottom part and then the top part. Oh, meanwhile I should be rolling another one. Am I forgetting? This will be enough. You can raise the camera to face me. I told you, skill memory. Once you do it one or two times, it grasps the pattern, and the pattern sticks with you. That's how amazing the human brain is. I told you once in my videos that the human brain can be rewired. Yeah. Dr. Hari has been praising himself now, see. He's also spoiling the circular pattern. But it's better if you use a rolling stick. For me now, the rolling stick I have to improvise this button. Now Dr. Hari stopped giving us medical videos, now he's cooking for us. Anyway, this is once in a while thing, right? So hard. No easy.
You have like this time lapse. You just like the time lapse where you make the notes. Since you shouldn't process now.
Yeah, I've already done it. Come close.
Sure. Come
Yeah, so the frying pan is getting dirty now. Maybe I'll need to rinse it. Let's give it time. Let me close my oil so that it doesn't get infested by bacteria. It's good to be covering your foods. There are thousands of microorganisms moving in this free air. You might not see them. So it's good to cover your food. Add some oil before, because I'm seeing it's not drying that way. So I think this one is ready. Because my pan is now dirty, I have to rinse it. My pan is back. Let's proceed. Yeah, it's okay. Try and see how much I'll make or where I'll stop. My cameraman left me, is attending to other duties, so I have to do this alone again. Chapati for lunch. Chapati for lunch. Oh, this one is off. Why didn't I realize that? Anyway, it's taking shape. Meanwhile, let me roll another one. Like DJ Khaled, another one like DJ Khaled. The duff is too much. I have too much duff, man. Anyway, if I get tired on the way, I'll have to postpone or keep the rest. I'll make it some time later. This one is cooked. Let it sit here pretty. It sit here pretty as it awaits being eaten. It'll be on the menu tonight. Is it tonight? No, it'll be on the menu this lunchtime. So ladies and gentlemen, right now I'm done. You see, my chapatis are ready. And I have some meat here. I'll take my chapati with some meat. And some soup. I'll add some soup. Then serve myself 3 chapatis. This will be enough for me. And then some of it I'll give my colleagues. So chapati is rich in chapati itself is a carbohydrate. Yeah, so it's rich in it's a starch, or it's rich in carbohydrates, and it's also rich in vitamin which vitamin B? I've forgotten. It's also rich in vitamin B, but the specific one I've forgotten. It's also rich in vitamin E. It has rich in minerals such as magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, I think zinc, and other minerals that are good for your skin. I know most of you knew all the vegetables and fruits are rich in vitamins. Chapati is also rich in vitamins. And meat also is a protein, but is also rich in vitamin B12. And vitamin B12 is good for DNA production and red blood cell production. It's vitamin, carbohydrate, and protein. Yeah, okay. That is it, and that was basically the recipe and how to prepare chapati. Maybe I should test it. You guys will just have to drool. So beautiful. Anyway, let me meet you in the next one. Okay, let me enjoy the work of my hands. Bye bye.